Hello, my name is Malcolm Wells. I'm the Partner Development Director at ATScloud. One of the requests I get from our partners is to provide some tips and ideas on how to recognize potential opportunities. So I put together this short presentation with some traits and situations to look for. Before I get into those characteristics, let me start by sharing some sales points. The first being that as an ATScloud partner, the cloud services I'm talking about have your brand. These are your cloud services solving problems for your customers. We're the folks in the back room making sure everything works and helping you close deals. The second point is that as an ATScloud partner, you can offer your client a great deal of flexibility, technically and financially. The ability to offer a cloud-based component to your solution mix shows the prospect that you have the flexibility to think outside the box while keeping their best interests at heart. And you have another option to have functionality with little or no upfront costs to them. The last point I want to mention is that selling cloud services involves many of the same concepts as selling your MSP services. People are tired of dealing with their computers and all that entails, and want to focus on their business, not their IT. They're willing to relinquish some control, so long as it improves performance and controls costs. The cloud services you receive as an ATScloud partner dovetail nicely with the value proposition you offer to your clients. So, what makes a good cloud prospect? One of the most obvious traits to consider is the number of employees a company has. Many of our partners have a sweet spot for 5 to 200 employees, and that fits neatly with our services. The range of cloud solutions varies from sole proprietors to large corporations. Most business people already use a cloud service of some type, so they are familiar with the concept, whether they recognize it or not. And when it comes to larger businesses, you may be able to find pockets of needs that the IT department can't address. Regardless, through ATScloud, you can offer private cloud services to businesses of any size. What about those clients that are scared of technology in general, and specifically of the cloud? We found that educating these prospects helped them realize that the cloud is our friend and will be even more prevalent in the near future. As we discussed in the previous slide, many of these same people already use and trust the cloud and don't want to be in the computer business. The mere fact that you're discussing a cloud option to help solve a problem indicates that you're looking out for their best interests and helps earn their trust. Another common question is about accessibility. What's a better fit? A prospect with one location or one with many locations? This speaks to one of the big advantages of cloud services in location independence, or the ability to access their data from anywhere they have an internet connection on just about any device. When you think about it, even a sole proprietor accesses their data from multiple locations, be it from the office, the house, or the road. Your cloud services can provide access from one location or from thousands. One of the most common objections to cloud services regards data security. From a broad perspective, this can be addressed in two ways: physical security and network security. Let's address physical security first. All of your clients' data will be housed in at least one of 2 Tier 4 data centers, located in Dallas, Texas, or Las Vegas, Nevada. The Tier 4 designation indicates the highest levels of security and redundancies. Each site offers 24/7 on-site guards, intrusion prevention including feet-thick steel and concrete walls and barriers, and sophisticated alarms, biometric access, multiple power and network redundancies, site protection with no external signage or direct road access, and state-of-the-art fire and smoke detection and prevention. For network security, your client will receive DoD levels of protection. As a standard service, we offer digital rights management, which limits use of digital content that are not desired or intended by the content provider. All data is stored behind carrier-class Juniper firewalls, which helps facilitate our data loss prevention services, designed to detect potential data breaches in a timely manner and prevent them by monitoring data in use, in motion, and at rest. We have a secure email border and separate VLANs per best practices. All of this is verified through third-party security audits. The combined network and physical security allows us to meet stringent compliance audits, including SSAE 16 Type 2, HIPAA, and PCI. While these certifications further identify you as a superior provider, they are especially important in the financial, healthcare, and retail markets. Some clients have been burned by unexpected charges. We know both you and your clients hate billing surprises. Nobody likes that conversation. That's why we're real big on price stability, providing predictable bandwidth and firewall pricing. This eliminates the fluctuating bandwidth and firewall charges from other providers that may change drastically from month to month. All clients have budgetary concerns, but it typically seems that it's the capital budget that is always impacted the most. This brings about the classic CapEx versus OpEx discussion, one which you've probably already had with your client. The good news is that as an MSP, you can provide a solution either way. We've all seen the unpredictability of capital expenditures and the more level, forecastable operating expense model. Your cloud services are listed as operating expenses, easily calculated by the resources utilized. The advantage of either CapEx or OpEx is subject to the philosophy and the tax needs of your client. Regardless, the total cost of ownership, or TCO, should be discussed with the client, including factors that may or may not impact your specific situation, such as any hardware purchases, maintenance costs, salary costs, costs for facilities and environment, any physical or network security measures, backup and disaster recovery services, and any costs incurred to meet compliance requirements. The result of such an exercise typically shows that cloud services, at the very least, provide your client more bang for the buck in providing more security, accessibility, and reliability than they can usually afford on their own. Another concern is the fear of going through wholesale changes or a forklift upgrade to enjoy the advantages of the cloud. This can be particularly true when you've just recently sold the client some hardware that has many more years of life to come. Ease their mind by explaining it doesn't have to be an all-or-nothing scenario. It can be a planned migration of specific applications as the client feels appropriate. We even have colo services to house existing equipment until the client wants to migrate completely. This allows them to start small and add more and more applications as they get more comfortable. Do you have a client, or maybe several, that always waits until the last minute to place an order and then wants you to work miracles to get those services installed? Miracle working notwithstanding, your cloud services allow you to improve response times, giving yourself and your client additional flexibility to provision and allocate the resources desired to meet your client's deadline. When is a good time to discuss cloud opportunities with a prospect? There are many trigger events that open the door to discuss a cloud option, including, but not limited to, technology refresh time, new employees, a change in the number of locations served, new applications or upgrades, a reduction of capital budget but not needs, backup and/or disaster recovery needs, new mobility requirements, and/or downsizing. Just about any event for the client may be considered a trigger to discuss the cloud. If you ever have any doubt, just contact us and let's review the situation together. So, there you have some of the identifying traits of good cloud prospects. As I said at the beginning of the video, remember that your cloud services are part of your brand, your cloud, for your customers. We are here to support you with technical and sales help whenever possible. The ATScloud team wants to help you identify and close opportunities, so please don't hesitate to contact us with any questions. You can reach me at mwells@atscloud.com or 972-677-6343. Let us help you and your clients profit from our expertise.